Alright, hey there guys and ghouls, and dollies here. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different than what I would normally do. Now I know I often say that at quite a few videos, but this is an actually different video than what I've ever done. I try to keep my channel a positive place, a happy place. I found an article that was like particularly infuriating on this one website called Return of Kings, and it was entitled 5 Reasons Why You Should Never Date a Girl with Colored Hair, and it was an awful article, but I laughed my butt off the entire article. I thought I would just counterattack what's said on this website and like make you guys laugh with me. You might be wondering why I'm doing this, to be honest. I just really like watching videos where people like counterattack a video or an article that is completely wrong, and I thought that I would try my hand at doing one of these, so I have picked this article just because it's really funny and bad. So we're just gonna go straight in. So, always in search of the next way to destroy their nature-given beauty, Western females have begun to dye their hair at alarming rates. Hoo-hoo. I've seen this particular trend becoming more and more socially acceptable. It has to be stopped. In short, based on my extensive experience, a girl having hair dyed with non-traditional color is a leading indicator of instability, mental illness, and an inability to function within a healthy relationship. Here are the 5 reasons you should steer. That sentence makes no sense. Here are the 5 reasons you should steer clear of these damaged individuals. Shouldn't it be like, here are the 5 reasons why you should steer clear of these damaged individuals? Well, point for me. Number 1, they're attention whores. I like to point out that the first picture is a picture there of like 5 celebrities, and the caption is, I'm sure they're all highly dateable. They're celebrities. Not to say that all celebrities are good and all that, but like, they've made it, and you're probably sitting there in your mom's basement writing an angry article about girls with colored hair. Who's the real winner here? Nothing says look at me more effectively than flowing purple locks. These girls know that they're cheaply drawing attention to themselves and revel in every drop. Bro, let me stop you here. This stuff ain't cheap. You gotta get it bleached, you gotta get it dyed, and often so your hair doesn't end up super damaged, you gotta get this done professionally. And after the color's done, you have to maintain it by taking cold showers, special shampoos, and re-dyeing it every once in a while so it doesn't fade. Okay, this is not cheap. If I wanted to cheaply draw attention to myself, I'd walk around in a clown suit. Would you like to tie your fortunes to a woman who will mutilate herself just so strangers will look at her more often? I like how we use the word mutilate. Like, mutilate means to hurt or to destroy. This is literally just a hair color. I get it, bleach hurts, but that's not necessarily mutilation. And my friends know this, but I am the person that does not want to get attention attracted to me. I will often stay on the sidelines and not speak my voice. The only reason I'm actually making YouTube videos is because it's my only outlet to get myself out there. And this hair was not a call for attention. This hair was a, you know what, I wanted to do something fun. It's just a way to say like, hello, I'm me, and I needed a change in my life. Second of all, he says that people who dye their hair are attention whores, but it is in human nature to want attention. It is in human nature to try to attract attention. This man writing the article is trying to attract attention to himself writing the article. I am trying to attract attention to myself making this video. It's a human thing to want attention, to want people to notice you. It doesn't make you automatically an attention whore. Again, if I was an attention whore, I'd go around in a clown suit shouting random things and I would get attention. Number 2, they're impulsive. Nobody sits down at their desk, opens up a couple of Microsoft Excel spreadsheets, takes a sip of their Americano, and decides to turn their hair neon green. I mean, you were so sure of yourself, you wrote nobody. I'm not so sure about that. The girl who makes the split-second decision to destroy her beauty is the same one who will multiple at the Cancun foam party while her loyal boyfriend waits patiently at home. In other words, not the kind of person you want in your life for anything other than a casual and well-documented fling. Alright, I think I get this guy. You see, I think that he just got his heart broken by a girl with colored hair, probably like purple or neon green, and now he's all butthurt about it and wants to write an article about it because every single girl with colored hair now reminds him of his ex. I mean, I might be wrong, but I really doubt it. But just going back to the whole like they're impulsive thing, I am definitely not an impulsive person. I will rethink everything before doing anything. If I'm gonna buy something, I'm always gonna go on like 3 million different websites to find the best price. I'm gonna think like, do I really need it? Do I not need it? I wanted colored hair since I was like 12, and I only did it like a week ago because I had to do so much research on it. I had to figure out like what the best hair dye brand was, how much I'm gonna have to re-dye it, what am I gonna do when it fades, like how much this, how much that. And I even went to go do this professionally because I didn't want to burn my head off with bleach. Number 3, They're ugly. This girl's so pretty, what is he talking about? Humans have hardwired attraction preferences for physical appearance of their mates. In the same way that we are uncontrollably disgusted with the sight of an obese person, number one, that is a lie. Here we have Tess Holliday and a whole ton of plus size models, both men and women, and guess what? They're all pretty dang hot. So what was that again about being completely uncontrollably disgusted by obese people? Our lizard hindbrains make a split-second judgment against women with dyed hair because unnatural-looking hair was a symptom of disease and infirmity in our ancestral habitat. First of all, you know what's been growing in popularity lately? Anime. And you know what? Most of the characters in anime have unnaturally colored hair often color-coded to suit their personality, like usually a main character will have red or pink hair. You know what is an anime subgenre that's actually quite popular? Hentai. If you don't know what hentai is, it's basically anime porn. Yeah, you just look up like hentai or whatever and you get girls with like pink hair, purple hair, blue hair, green hair, yellow hair, this hair, that hair, rainbow colored hair. You know what? Some people actually quite enjoy it, so I guess that unnaturally colored hair isn't as disgusting as you claim it to be. On the other hand, cartoon porn is a little bit disgusting, but we are not going into that. Everyone knows this on some level, yet many still choose to defile their bodies. Why settle for a girl who willingly makes herself uglier just to court attention or to make some tired statement? Now we are coming up to my favorite part of the article. After all, a potential partner's highest priority should be making herself more pleasing to you. I'm sorry, what? I know this has been talked about so many times, but women are not objects just there to please men. You keep seeing so many articles about like fashion trends that men hate, what women do that men do not like, and this and that. I'm just going on the whole like women pleasing men because he wrote herself. I'm not like jumping to conclusions or anything. And it goes both ways too. As much as women should not like go out of their way to please men, men should not go out of their way to please women. People should stop trying to please everyone else and please a potential partner, because in the end, if you please that person, you're destroying yourself, you're destroying your incredible personality, and for what reason? Just to please someone that is not the right person for you, because you know what? To keep them with you, you're gonna have to keep that fake front, and you're destroying yourself. You are missing out on opportunities to be yourself and to show the world who you are, because there are enough carbon copies of people in the world. This just turned into like some motivational self-esteem thing, but seriously, like, we as an entire race just have to stop thinking that we are worthless if we are not loved by someone, because the most important type of love is self-love, because at the end of the day, even if everybody else loves you, if you don't love yourself, you're gonna be crying yourself to sleep every night, you're gonna be hating yourself, you're gonna be doing bad things to yourself, and no matter how many people love you, because you are not the person that you want to be. Everyone just needs to like learn how to be their own person. I need to learn how to be my own person and just screw it, whatever people think, they think. That's part of the reason why I took so long to dye my hair, because I was so scared of what other people would think, but I just said, screw it, you know what, I need this in my life, and I did it, and I'm so happy about this. You've got to stop trying to please other people and just please yourself. This is why I made this video, just to get this point across. Number 4, they're useless. The fact is, girls with unnaturally dyed hair are overwhelmingly more likely to be leeches on society with unpaid student loans, credit card debt, and children. There's just something that really bugs me in that one sentence, because like, if you have student debt, doesn't that mean like you went to school, to like college and university to go learn something? Which means that you were not useless and you were contributing to society by studying or having a job that requires studying. And number 5, they're degenerate leftists. I have never met a girl with dyed hair who falls on the conservative side of the political spectrum. They can usually be found complaining about misogyny or decrying the evil that white heterosexual men have done to society. Hey, old future Chloe here. I just want to say that I was in the middle of editing this video and I realized I didn't make the point that I wanted to make originally, so I'm just gonna do it over here. Basically what I meant to say is that girls with colored hair, or people with colored hair in general, are often more open-minded and open to change and difference. I mean, given the whole change and difference that happens in the hair, and are often more prone to wanting society to change because, you know, society is pretty flawed and like they just want change. And that's not even a trait of like just having colored hair. Anyone can have that trait, but there is some kind of connection between open-mindedness and having colored hair. So That's the point I wanted to make. While I see tons of dyed hair freaks walking around the street outside the gym, both male and female, I almost never see people with falsely colored hair actually inside the gym and working hard to improve themselves. The choice of words improve themselves kind of bugs me, because for some person, obviously bettering yourself does mean getting physically in shape and working out every day and being like Mr. America with all of those muscles. I don't even know if there's such a thing as Mr. America. I'm gonna assume there is. But for some people, improving themselves means academically, means learning, means this and that. It doesn't necessarily have the same definition. Often, people with dyed hair that I've noticed are often like a little bit on the geeky side and the nerdy side, or like super into like music or whatever. Just saying, like, improve yourselves does not necessarily mean like sports-wise. People have different interests, you know. And just because you like going to the gym doesn't mean other people do, and that is not the only way you can improve yourself. I didn't even mention how girls with dyed hair are significantly more likely to have borderline personality disorder. So you have no proof to back up your statement, and I have Googled it, and there are no studies proving that colored hair leads to borderline personality disorder. Colored hair is a choice to change their physical appearance that some people pick. Borderline personality disorder is a mental illness that people do not necessarily choose to have. There is no connection whatsoever between the two things. Or become irresponsible mothers. My aunt has been dyeing her hair since, like, she was a teenager, and fun fact, my cousin is doing pretty fine, thank you very much. And how does physical appearance, again, define how you would raise your child? I believe the point is clear. Women with dyed hair represent the dregs of the dating market. That was the entire article. I think I have gotten my point clear that I am totally against what he's saying, and in every single way. You have no facts to prove your point. You are dissing celebrities that have obviously made it further than you. You are probably just some butthurt, broken-hearted dude who's crying over his ex, and I'm pretty sure you ran out of points halfway through because you started using some third-grade vocabulary like they're ugly and they're useless. What you think is nice and attractive is not necessarily what your neighbors or your coworkers would think is nice and attractive. This article is basically like the equivalent of me saying like, oh, I refuse to date men who wear yellow shirts because I don't like the color yellow. It's unflattering. If you think something would look nice on you and you want to wear it, or you want to dye your hair, or you want to get a tattoo or a piercing or whatever, then do it, because it is your body, it is your choice, it is your life. It doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter how many people you please at the end of the day. Sometimes you have to take a stand for yourself and do something that pleases you. And that is the end of this video. Well, I hope you liked this video. Please be sure to leave a like if you did. Comment down below. Do you agree with what I say? Do you agree with what he says? Like, do you have a point that you want to make? Because, like, I'm curious of what you guys think of this topic. And if you are new to this channel, like you see, please be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. I upload a new video every Wednesday, which is pretty cool. So I'll see you guys next week. Don't be sad, stare at it, and bye!